Don't forget to check out and grab your copy of our 2 newly released books, Football: A Love Story and What Did Football Teach Me? These books feature over 100 stories from current and former coaches, players, executives, and entertainers from across the football landscape, describing what got them involved in the game, what they love about it, and what life lessons the game taught them. You can find your copy or order your copy from our website at footballgameplan.com/books. Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, here at the 2015 Celebration Bowl, the inaugural Celebration Bowl, where the Alcorn State Braves took on the North Carolina A&T Aggies, and the Aggies came away victorious in a thriller, 41-34, in an outstanding contest. Starting with first down in this ball game, the running game, which was the big key for Alcorn State being in this matchup, came up short today. They didn't have any success running the football, and if you look at what they did all season long, you would have thought the ground game would have had success. Now, in the second half, the intermediate passing game came up big. They started to have some life, started to move the football, throwing the football. But when you look at Tillett Joy as a wide receiver, he came up big, had some big catches on third downs. Finished the game with 6 catches for 63 yards and a touchdown. Again, if they had that running game going, they would have had a lot of success, but that was a big disappointment. And one of the big takeaways I had from this game, the running game of Alcorn State didn't show up. But again, the passing game started to get going. Lenoris Footman looks like he has a lot of promise. The future is bright for him, but in this ball game, they really needed that balance offensively. Looking at second down in this ball game, A&T's offense, it was a Tariq Cohen show. The young man had 22 carries, 295 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, 59 yards receiving. He played a well of a game, definitely was on the radar, started trending on Twitter. Tariq Cohen is a tremendous player. He definitely made himself into a pro prospect. Everywhere else offensively, they really didn't have to do much throwing the football because, again, Cohen came up big. They put up 41 points, which tells you their offense was rolling. But again, a lot of people across the nation got introduced and became tremendous fans of Tariq Cohen. Looking at third down in this ball game, Alcorn State's defense, I thought, again, they came in highly ranked, a very tough run defense. That was obviously shattered. They couldn't stop Tariq Cohen. But I will say Warren Gatewood, the strong safety, played a great game, had 8 solo stops, which is huge. A lot of plays he made in space against Tariq Cohen, which is outstanding. But overall, this run defense couldn't get it going. Passing defense was solid. I thought they played well in the secondary. Anthony Williams Jr. had an interception, but again, they couldn't stop the run. But in the second half, they did a better job on third downs, which is ultimately what led them to come back and tie this game against North Carolina A&T. Looking at fourth down, North Carolina A&T's defense, they came in number 2 in the FCS in total defense. That showed to be true in this ball game, slowing down a high-powered offense in Alcorn State that came in averaging 300 yards rushing a game. You look at Denzel Jones, the linebacker, he played well. He was actually the game's MVP. You also look in the secondary at cornerback Tony McCray. He was outstanding as well, making sure Alcorn State couldn't really get anything deep down the field. So their defense came to play, and it led them to a victory in the inaugural 2015 Celebration Bowl. Player of the game for Alcorn State, I look at free safety Anthony Williams Jr., who had an interception, but he started the day off with an 84-yard punt return for a touchdown. He had tremendous range, sideline to sideline, breaking up passes, also making plays in space against Tariq Cohen. So I thought he played a well of a game. He's a senior, definitely in the eyes of the pro prospects. That's what they wanted to see. Player of the game, Tariq Cohen, goes without saying. Over 290 yards of rushing, nearly 300 yards rushing, 13 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns, nearly had 1 receiving, and quite honestly, he could have broke the first play of the game for a touchdown, but he slipped and fell. So this was an outstanding performance and definitely worthy of player of the game. So that wraps it up here for me in the inaugural 2015 Celebration Bowl between the MEAC champion and the SWAC champion. For more 4 Down with the Czar segments, visit our website at footballgameplan.com/4downs with the Czar. And for all of my scouting notes from this game, we have a ton of scouting notes from all of these underrated prospects in this matchup. Visit our website at footballgameplan.com/hunt scouting notes.